Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime, we saw that Bunga and Babin prepared a ride for Takumi to take him to Bolton City, where he could make a bright future for himself. The one who will take him there was the owner of the Paypek Trading Company, and he saw Takumi has a knack for making good potions. So Paypek provides Takumi with a good mansion at a cheap rent where he could produce more of those potions. But Takumi first prepared a toilet for himself using purification. Purification was a light-based magic, and Church always keeps a monopoly on light magic users to earn profit, plus he'll need help in production work. So Paypek suggested him to hire slaves. That way he could also keep his light magic a secret. Paypek took Takumi to Mulan Company that have excellent slaves, and goes ahead to make preparation. So Takumi thought of taking a look around, and that's when he saw a gorgeous elf. But for some reason, she tells Takumi to just leave, because he's just a kid. So Takumi left from there, and Paypek introduced him to Mulan. He honestly tells her that he doesn't know a thing about slaves, because in his native land there was no slave trading. So Mulan tells him that here in the Barkula Kingdom, they have slave rights to protect them. In the contract, the owner had to provide a living, and both parties will be forbidden from threatening each other or sexually harassing each other. Then, Mulan explained the various types of slave contracts. The first was the debt regarding contract, in which slaves will be free once they reach their debt. Second was for criminals who want to earn a living. Third is for war slaves who want a place to live. And the last is the forced slaves who are sold by thieves and bandits. Paypek thinks a war slave would be good, because Takumi has skill as a producer that should not be known to the public, and Takumi said he's an adventurer too. So he needs someone strong to guard him, and also who could do daily chores. Mulan knew that he'll need 2 slaves as a house worker and a bodyguard, so she called Maria. She's good with household jobs, and Takumi told her about his house and work she'll have to do. Maria was fine with it, so Takumi was relieved she agreed, because she's cute so many would want to wish to take her away. But Maria clarifies that she isn't good in bed. But Takumi was fine with her doing just housework, so that was one person done. As for the war slave, Mulan asked them to wait for a while, as she doesn't have one. And suddenly Maria told them about Sophia. But Mulan was against selling Sophia out, and sends Maria away. But Takumi got a hunch that he should know about this Sophia, and asked Mulan about her. So she took them to Sophia. She was from the Kingdom of Elf, captured in war 50 years ago, and got an ear cut during the fight. Also, her right hand and left leg have impaired movements due to injury, and her elven magic was sealed by cursed, so she was defective in every way. But Takumi peeks into her status, and saw her powers are seriously off the charts, so he decided to buy her. Her curse was the issue, but Takumi knew he could do something about it, which surprised Mulan and Sophia, so Mulan was impressed and agreed. Then Maria came in to thank Takumi for buying Sophia along with her. After that, Mulan created the master and servant pact between them, but the air between Sophia was still uncomfortable. But Mulan knew from experience that the two had finally gotten a good master. Then, as they got back home, they were surprised to see the killer spider was Takumi's pet. Then, Takumi gave them their own personal room, so Sophia thinks slaves has no need for such luxury. But Takumi wanted them to have it, and told them to take a bath first, because it has a magic device to keep it clean. So Sophia was getting more worried seeing the generosity. And Maria was surprised as well, that Mulan actually sold Sophia to Takumi after all this years rejecting every offer for her. So Maria also thinks Takumi is a great guy. But Sophia had seen that Takumi left out most of his information blank, such as his surname and birthplace, means he's someone special or has a troublesome history. With that doubt, they went to have dinner, but Takumi had already made that. Maria felt like she had become useless, so Takumi promised to let her do the job from the next day. But sitting next to their master was rude. But Takumi doesn't mind the formalities. Actually, he didn't even want them to call him master. Just calling out his name would be good. This much good will kept bothering Sophia. And the next day Takumi bought something from Paypek, and while returning, he saw a church dedicated to goddess Nalan. But Sidonia Empire controls a religion, so why did Nalan hates them? And Noylan directly called him over to explain about 2 religions in this world. One was creation, and the second was divine light. Church of Creation was dedicated to Nalan, but Church of Light was created later with a god that doesn't exist. and Sidonia Empire used force to spread its influence to oppose Nalan. And sadly, she can't interfere with the human world. That reminds Nalan that her blessings will come to an end soon. Takumi had his smooth ride until now with no drawbacks, but the tutorial period is over, and Takumi will come to face hardship from now on. Takumi realized too that all the people he met were super nice, but from now on he'll be in his own. Then, 1 year in future, King heard the report that their 3 heroes are training well. They were hesitant at first, but soon they opened up after Queen persuaded them. Akira and Yamato were training harder, but Yamato remembers how a loser he was back in Japan, so he showed good spirits to train. However, Akane didn't want to play their game, as she was more concerned about Queen than back in the past. Takumi again fell down because of Maple, but he quickly hides a package as Sophia tried to pick it up. So she tried to spy on Takumi in his workshop and saw he was cutting his own self with a poison blade. He was even speaking about how Maria was being a handful. So Sophia thought Takumi was going to do something to Maria and tried to stop him, but she blacked out due to exhaustion. She even had a light wound in her hand, so Takumi tried to heal it, but the curse was getting in the way. Yet with full force, he patched her up, and his light magic leveled up. So Takumi then used his power to cure Sophia's curse and even heal her ear. Then later, as she woke up, she was in panic. But Maria tells her that Takumi had lifted her curse and showed her that Takumi even healed her scar. Sophia felt her magic was coming back, so she went to meet Takumi, and he explained that he was cutting himself up with poison to level up his light magic so that he could cure Sophia's curse. As for Maria, she had just threw away some of his potion. That's why he said she was being handful. Sophia asked why he was helping her so much, and Takumi simply said that he wanted to. And seeing that pure soul Sophia vowed to serve Takumi with all her heart. But our episode 3 ends right there, so stay tuned to watch another episode of this anime. For that, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Till then, take care.